by the end of this video, which is the last episode of this video series I've been posting on my channel, we will have this AI quiz generator video, which is good for generating content which are having high engagement on TikTok and also getting a lot of views on YouTube. So this is how it works. You enter any topic, so let's say space, then you enter the number of questions you want to generate for the quiz. That's, let's say, 5. Then you just click on surprise me. From here the AI will generate the content, and then that's it. You download it and post on social media. So it's done generating the content itself. Now we are waiting for the images. Now we are generating the audio. Okay, now the video is done generating, so we can play the preview.
Welcome to the Space Quiz. Test your knowledge about the universe and beyond. Which planet is the largest in our solar system?
So it will then play everything. Let's go through. So we have all these questions all the way down, and then we have intro, then outro at the end, which you can edit. And anytime you edit any audio, you can regenerate the audio for that, and also you can regenerate the images by clicking here. And you can reshuffle the quiz by moving, so you can move question 1 down, then maybe question 3 up. So that's how it works. You can just move the questions around. Okay, so let's go ahead and then export this video for social media. Okay, so now the video is done exporting, so we can download it and then play it back.
Welcome to the Space Quiz. Test your knowledge about the universe and beyond. What is the closest star to Earth? A. Alpha Centauri, B. Betelgeuse, C. Sirius. The Sun. In what year did humans first land on A. 1965, B. 1969, C. 1972, D. 1980? B. 1969. Which planet is the largest in our solar system?
Alright, so let me pause it here. So that's how it runs. So let's go into the code and finish the project. Okay, so in today's video, we are going to continue from where we left off the other time. So in the last video, which is this one, we were able to code this part, so you can regenerate the image and you can also regenerate the audio, and you can start from here. So you can watch this video first, then you watch this one as well to be updated to this current video. So let's go to our cursor. So I'm still using cursor to code, and let's look at the to do. So being able to do the first 2 functions, so let's delete that. So this one is still 3, so I'll delete that. Then so this is how I work. I do the to-do list and then the product requirement document, which is basically the instructions. So if you watch the other video, I went through how to structure this, especially giving the directory to the AI, the current directory. So today we'll just go to the third task, which is this one. So let me open a new chat, then let's bring the composer. That's command I to bring the composer up. So automatically the composer has loaded the instructions. So what we'll do here is that we'll just tell cursor to continue from where we left off. So let's continue to task 3. So let's continue to task 3. Let's add some notes. Do not. So this is very important. Since we are using an AI to code and the files are becoming larger and larger, sometimes they tend to delete some code or come out with new AI UI. So let's warn it not to do so. So let's say notes, do not. So don't change current UI. Let's do that. So because we have the UI is set for now, so we don't have to change anything. So that's what I'm saying that. So let's go on and see what we can do today. So I think this is the last video. I think after this I'll move on. Okay, so it's following the instructions. So in the instruction I made mention of some packages that we want to go with. So because when you are generating the entire quiz, it will take a longer time, so your HTTP requests might time out. So the best way is to use a queue. So I'll be using the bool. So that's a Node.js library, which is for queuing. So we'll do a queue. Okay, alright, so let's go back and say copy this, put it here, copy the other one to the same thing, and put it then. Maybe I'll remove this and bring the contents back. So that's a quiz generator to add it. So let's add it and submit. So it's now trying to create those files. So additionally, make sure you have a public folder in the project to store the generated file if it's necessary. Okay. I thought we have a temporal folder here. Yes, there was a temporal folder we're using for that. So maybe we question it to use the temp folder, because the images are not going, the contents are not going to be set publicly, so we don't have to put it in a public folder. We are using another route to save the media, which is the images and the audio. So let's accept the changes, but we have to be mindful. We have to be checking whether the code is still alive. So there's no error yet, because if you keep accepting, by the time you do the test and your code is broken, and you might gone a little bit deep, which you can't come back to where it used to work. So let's say instead of use the term directory gr, so for images and audio generated, and save them with the, so we have save image route and this. So this way we'll be saving those two images and save them with that. Then you bring that up. So we have, let me search, that's save. So it's a route. There are a lot of routes here, so you have to make sure. So this is another one, and another route. This is the image, so that's it. Okay, so certainly I'll modify the audio generator and to use the temporary folder instead of here. Then we will update the file to reflect these changes. Then we will create and update the route handler to handle that. They're already there. You don't have to create the route. Now let's create the route to handle the server. Don't know why he's trying to create the route again. I think he didn't create it because they're already there. Okay, I can see some changes. Let's accept. We will try everything again. If not, then we'll revert. So that being said, I think it's done doing this particular task. Let's see if it works. So first, the quiz generator. So let's look at the quiz generator. What's happening here? There we are getting the OpenAI. Then we have the generate quiz function. Then we create a job. Then there's a queue. We'll add a process. Then generate quiz. Then we have the topic. Okay. Then said you are useful in that generate quiz. Then user row generate a quiz about this with 5 multiple questions. Follow the instruction data. Oh no. So you see, that is going to be wrong because it's trying to tell the AI model to reference this, which is a remote server. The remote server will never know about this. So I think the best way to go about it is to expose what it was just trying to reference to. So that's the data structure. So the data structure is somewhere here. We have the data structure here already, so it should rather try and tell the AI to follow this structure instead of referencing it. So I think let's go back and see how we can rectify that issue. So this one you have to come in. Sometimes the AI guess I'll get confused and then put something in here by following the instruction, like without adding any kind of reasoning, to just paste it in there. So let's see after that. Let's see, for each question it generates a question, for each audio, for each quiz. What is happening here? Save quiz. Saving the quiz to a file JSON. No. So he's trying to save the quiz to a local folder, just a local file, JSON file. Okay, so apparently you should have gone to a database, but since there's no database to this project, that's why he's trying to put it in the local file and then it will load it back. But I think the best way should have been we trying to put it in local storage. So let's fix the issue one after the other. So let's say you have to find a way, the best way. So let me try. System role GPT-4. Let's add the O. Okay, this is going to be a tough So let's say let me reference this file. Let me copy. So instead of using this ref, rather use the content. Yes, rather use the content. Yes, that should work. There's another way I did it in Python in one of my previous projects, but with that one, I think it will be using a loop, but it's trying to go one shot and do it. Okay, so let me see. Okay, so that's it. It's now trying to use the structure, but I feel like it's still wrong. Let me see. There's no difficulty, so it's not able to read the structure, so no problem. So let's accept it and then say this data. I don't know why it should be able to read it, because it can read some of these files. So I don't know why it's still not. There's no difficulty level here. So the data structure used is wrong. Use this instead. Great. Let's go. So to update this section to the right one. Okay, follow this data structure. So let's say respond. Let's change the prompt and say respond, then use only and nothing else. Yeah, good. So we're expecting that to just reply, and since it will pass the data and then start using it. Okay, let's say let's try this function. I think we are going too deep. We have to test. Let me do a quick test. Let me say sports. Let me then go generate. Let's see if something is happening in the backend. So we have compiling generate quiz, which is the route. It's still loading, so hoping something is happening. I think we'll have an error because the queue config might not work. Where's the queue config? Yeah, so this this bool queue might not work. Say compile that. It's done compiling, so nothing happened. Nothing is happening. Nothing is happening. Let me see. In our console, did we have any error? Not yet. Let me see the route. Nothing happens. So let me go to app API. So this is bool quiz. Then we have the post. It's something really happening and we are not seeing. I think something is happening behind the scene because I can see a job. Okay, so I believe there's something happening. Let me see. The quiz generator function is saving a file, so let's try and find out where that file is being saved. I just saw something changed in the file structure, so it's saving it with the quiz. Okay, it's all the quiz folder. SRC quiz folder. There's no quiz folder here. Yeah, so nothing is happening. So it's a SRC quiz folder and today's date, anytime, the date, current date. Okay, so let's say when I click on what's the name of that button? Generate quiz. Nothing. Okay, so there's some error here. I think something was happening. Apparently, Kesa was finding it difficult to solve that issue, so I have to step in and go to OpenAI Playground to solve the issue myself, and then input the code back into Kesa. I'll go to the playground. So let's check how we can just come out with a way to generate it in the playground and the quiz structure. So where's the prompt? It said you are useful. Okay, good. System prompt. That's your user query. So that is it. Generate a quiz about, let's say, sports. So let me do this as a placeholder. Come on, what is this? So a placeholder with 5 multiple choice questions. Then let me add a data structure. Note respond in the following JSON format and anything else. So this way, where is the JSON format? Okay, copy and paste it here. Okay, so GPT-4o. Let's see object. Okay, then let me see temperature is 5, and the data side can be this. Alright, let's run it. Okay, so this is exactly what we want the AI to do. So let's say the option, 4 options. Let's use A to D. Okay, A to D. Okay, right, let me clear there. This is exactly what we are looking for. Let me delete this guy and repeat it. Okay, and repeat. Great. Okay, so now all I have to do is to just go to code, then change the language to Node, and that's it. We have whatever we want. Good. So let's say the current code is not working. Let's use this approach. Let's go. Okay, what is this Zod doing in there again? Oh, come on. Remove the Zod indentation. I don't know why it's still there. Let's remove that. I'm no more using that code. Okay, so I think we are good to go. Alright, so let's try again. From this error. Are we still getting this error? Let me quit the server and start all over. Because this is the code. So the JSON object should just come out. I'll refresh this guy. Let's say sports. Okay, so generating quiz for. Whoa, you're still getting error. I believe. Okay, so it's saying the model does not have the response format, and I know that it is this side. It keeps changing it to this ChatGPT 4. I don't know. I have to just say don't change it again. That's it. In the next query, we just tell it not to change it again. It's annoying. Okay, so let's try it again. So we have sports. Let's go. Did we get another error? So the model does not support this. But what did the code say here? So let me reload the page. Okay, now let's try something like let me put sports. I don't know today. I'm just putting sports. So as we can see, the AI is done generating the quiz. So the generate quiz function, which is here, is done. So you can see we have all this code generated by Kesa, and the generate quiz function is done. And one thing that I realized was that you can see here is providing a URL to check the status of the job. So the implementation that we did was to make sure that, because when you are generating a quiz, like you have about 10 questions generating, the HTTP request might time out. So the best way to do it and the best way to scale the app is to run the whole process in the background by queuing it. And what you can see here is that the job was added to a queue and the job ID is 60, and then there's a link that we can even check the status of the job, which is the process. So let me go back to the browser so you can see I've loaded it already. So you can see that now the status of the job is completed, the progress is 100%, and we have a result. So with this, the only thing we have to do is to make sure that we populate the results in the front end. So let's go back to the cursor and start prompting cursor to do that. So we have the quiz, and then I think we have to add the use quiz data. Then so this is where we are sending the request. So when we click on this surprise me button to generate the quiz, we are hitting this we are running this code. So either you use the sample data when this checkbox is checked, or you generate a fresh quiz. So what's happening here is that formerly the code was to just generate and return the quiz, so which this is not supposed to be so. So now we are getting the job status URL code to let the user now check at the front end. So we have to remove this implementation. Okay, so let me quote this and do paste. No, let's say let me code this and then we paste here. Yeah, so this is exactly what I want. I want this. So let's say the generate quiz function works as but since we are, let's say, running the process in the background, let's continue by saying the request returns a link to check the status have the process into bracket, let's say job, that's what is being returned. So for example, let's say then we can copy this one and add here. So for example, let's say after the request, we have to keep it simple. After request returns the link, let's implement a mechanism to constantly check the status of the process and populate the quiz data when the process is done in the front-end UI. So let's see if we can so let's copy this. I'm trying to give more context, so let's copy this one. Come on, what did I do? Oh, no, I just want a new tab. Okay, so we have a new tab. Let's format it. So let's give the structure. So exactly the structure returning from there. So something like this. So let's say the data returned from the link for checking the status looks like this. No, it's code. We don't want to quote what's in there, so just want to paste it in here. I think it will find it. Let's add the context again. So we have this in the context and we have this. I don't want to, let me take it out. Let me copy and then let's let's leave it like that. Maybe it will pick it up. So let's enter. Let me see if I can quote that file. Yeah, I can quote it like good. So it looks like what is in that file. And then let's say note, do not. So let's say do not change the current UI. So if not, it will just start changing stuff. Okay, so let's enter and see what happens. So I know the mechanism. I don't know the mechanism I was talking about because I'm trying to prompt like a beginner. That's why I said any mechanism, but it's mostly a polling system or you use a webhook. So what did he do is this file was touched immediately. So he's saying a job hook system to poll it. Okay, so it accepts the jobs ID, then start polling, and then if it's complete, then we format the data and we use a use effect tool, then that populates each other. So let's go down here. So we are more interested in here. Okay, so use sample data. Why is it that is for trying to format this? Here, no problem. Then we go on here because so immediately the job the code is returned. So we take the job ID. No, we are not returning a job ID. So we are returning a full URL. So I don't know if we are supposed to return the job ID. That means we have to edit another file. So let's accept it. So let me think. That's what so we are not returning a job ID. So assuming the API now returns a job ID. No, there's no assumption here. So let's say, let me quote here. Let's say, so this API returns the full link to check the job status. So the only thing that we have to do is to just make sure that we are getting the URL. So the URL comes in a way like this, and then straight we can just start polling to make sure that to check whether the job is done, then we populate it. So it will go ahead and then take the URL straight. So something like this. Okay, so let's review. So when we come here, we are taking the URL, and this one goes off here. Good. Okay, but here what's happening? Job post. Why is this still referring to the job ID? So where is it getting the job ID from? Let me ask, because it's accepting the status link, not the job ID. Why this line so let's say why use job ID here? Okay, that's good. let's go. Okay, I'll see the confusion. You're right. Since we are storing the full URL in the job ID state, we should rename it for better reference. Yes, that's the best way because it's just the full URL. Okay, that's good. Now let's do some testing. Let's go to the front end and then here let's see. So let's do history quiz, history, and then let's click on this. Let's check. So it's generating the quiz. So you can see the polling is working. So this code is actually checking whether the polling is whether the job is done. So right here we are doing that. So we can also check at the front end. The job ID is 70, so it's active. It's a progress of 25%. So this fetch request we have done here, and then we take the data and we set the data into the polling. Okay, so the job is done. Because the job is done, the polling is also done. Let's see if we have data at the front end. So let's see if we check. So you see the quiz generation is done also here, but we have the data here. No, so no data, but there's an error here. So we are getting this error somewhere in the polling. So we are getting this, that as result.quiz. So let me see how the sample data goes by. Okay, so we have to do the dot quiz itself because the dot results will. So I think we have to rather get dot quiz. Yep, so that should work. Because it was not we had this error saying that this dot topic, it's not there. So it means that we are not getting the actual quiz. So let's redo the whole process. Let me refresh, then do history again, then send the request. So now it's starting. The polling has started. Okay, the job ID is 160. Why is the job ID jumping around? I thought it was following system at 106 active. Let me see, 105 not found. Yeah, okay, so it's active. It's checking whether the job is done. Okay, so everything works now. We are hoping that this time around the quiz will then populate. Okay, so now it's generating the audio part of the quiz. Okay, everything is completed. Let's see, we have our quiz. Wow, boom. See guys, it works. Wow, so now we have the quiz. Everything works. You can preview it. Wow, great. This works great. So that's quiz one. So I'm generating only one quiz because I realized that I was burning a lot of tokens trying this. So I've just changed the prompt to build. So when you go here, when you go to the generate quiz, I just requested to just build only 1 out of 5. So they're useful, so no, not here. So you can set it here. So you can change the prompt to the number of, just because I want to prevent me wasting all the tokens for the trying. I just changed one. That's why we see only one quiz. But now, as you can see, everything works perfectly. We have the quiz being done in the background. But one thing that we can do is to improve the UI. So here, we don't know whether it is loading or not, or whether it is done. So let's tell Kesa to do that. So let's give some user feedback so that the user will know what is happening, because right now you don't know until we check the timeline. I said the timeline, the terminal. So let's say great, it works, but let's improve the UX, the user experience, by showing the status of the job in the UI. So let's show the status of the job in the UI. Okay, so with that we need the quiz control. Let me add the quiz control. We have the quiz control component. Yeah, so quiz control. Yeah, let's add that. Okay. So so I'm saying very good, but let's improve the UI by showing the status and progress. And I'm saying the progress is okay. We can know the percentages and show the progress of the job in the UI. Let's add the front and let's see what it can do. So it's adding a new component and finally update the quiz component with the progress. Okay, let's see what it comes up with. Okay, so now we have about 3 files. Okay, so no error, great. So guys, what's happening is that if you look here, let me click on this, you can see that as of today there's Claude 3.5 Sonnet and then there's Claude 3.5, then there's a date on it. So this is the updated one. So if you have been following the news, as of today, October 24th, there's a new Claude AI version out and it's performing great, and that's why today the coding is going smooth as compared to some other time that a whole lot of mistakes were happening. Okay, so let's go and test. Okay, I don't see any progress bar, but I'm assuming that when I click, say, I like history, so I'll add history about. Let's see, where's the progress bar? Do you see any progress? Let's review what it did. So inside this guy, it said it to be tracking the progress, and then it created a new component, say progress. So we have progress bar here, something like in the quiz control. Are we importing progress? Then where are we showing the progress? So it's somewhere down there. Oh, come on. So it works, but we didn't see the progress. Yeah, so everything works, but no progress was showing. The progress that's not showing. Progress that. Let's say the progress is not showing. Okay. Oh, I didn't type it well. I say progress now showing. Say not. It's supposed to be not. I may cancel and edit. Not showing. The progress is not showing. Good. Submit. There's an error. There's an error here. You let's accept. Then check on the error. So we have an error. Okay. There is an error. And let's start the file. Please fix it. Okay, so where is this error coming from? There's error in the page, home page. Let me see down here. Go quiz code. So there's error here. Is this type error? Okay. Let me see what we can do. Let's copy that error and see there is an error in the. So that's the page. Let me type that. Okay, let's go. Okay, so now let's go and try again. Good. Let's do history again. Okay. Generating quiz. Generating image. Good. This is good. Can we close it? Sure. So this is exactly what I'm looking for. So here you can see it's not the best approach. Maybe it could have placed it somewhere closer to the surprise me button or something like that, but this is good. This is a good start. So say generating images. That's good. So what we can do is that we can show the percentage on the progress page on this progress model. And then since our theme is that theme, we'll make it that theme as well. Good. Generating audio. So instead of generating audio, you can do generating audios. It's a lot of audio files and images. Okay, sweet. So you can see it works. This is good. So now say great there. The progress, what's the name that was given to it? So the quiz progress works, but let's show the percentage as well and make it dark themed to match the UI. Good. Okay, sweet, no error. So let's go and try it again. Let me say cars. Yeah, I like cars a lot. So let's go. This is good. Wow, I like the new UI. Content. Whoa, I like this new implementation. So when you move to the images, then images will come, then audios and the final. This is sweet. Good. Now we add the images. That's 50%. Great. This is so much amazing. Wow, guys, we are now having a working product, a SaaS product. I love this car. It's so beefy. Yeah. So welcome to the car quiz. Test your knowledge about cars with this fun quiz. Questions were: which car manufacturer is known for Corolla? That's Toyota. Good answer. That's good. So just like I said, you can change the prompt to generate any question. The video tool is working here, so you can just yeah. Okay, so that works great. Let's download it. Yeah, so now that we have a full product, now let's download it. Okay, exporting. Good. Is the export working? Okay, all right, that's fast. Okay, 100%. All right, our video is ready. Let's download it. Wow, this is sweet. Let's open it. Guys, can you see this? Now we have a video. Okay. So guys, as you can see, this is a full-blown app. You can add a lot of functionality. So as you can see, you can even change the go here and do the you can change the intro. So this is the intro. So let's change the intro. Give it different colors. You can do all this. Give it different color. Change the font. It all works real time. You can make it bold. Yeah, I like the bold. I like it yellow, and then something like this. Okay, so guys, as you can see, we have a full product. The AI added a whole lot of things which are not needed. So what I'll do is that I'm going to clean the code a little bit. Now we have a working product, so we can end the series on this. So this is the last episode of this app, this tutorial. I will not go further, but rather I'll clean the code and then push it to GitHub and share it under this video. So either it will be in the first comment or in the description. You can download it and further expand the project and share with me what you're able to do with this code. So see you soon with another video on my channel, and make sure if this is the first time you are coming here, just go to the channel. So you can come to the channel and continue watching this. So you can start. This is the first video I posted. This is the second one. So it's also available in the playlist. So you can start this playlist and start viewing it. So that'll be it for this video. I'll clean this code and then the repository, everything, and I'll push it to GitHub and share the link. So thank you for watching. Now we have a working product. You can download the video, view it. So see you soon. Bye.